Kevin, 3-1 defeat by Macclesfield today in a pre-season game. Pre-season is all about learning, so I suppose the first question is learning points from today.
Yeah, there were plenty. Obviously, we've mixed the team around again, and it's starting to settle down and become probably more akin to something that we're likely to go with come the start of the season. But credit to Macclesfield. I think we started quite well, but they grew into the game, and we've made some poor mistakes and gifted them some moments to go in at half-time 2-0, kind of allowing the game to move away from us, which was disappointing. I think we came out second half with a little bit more purpose, understanding, and able to put a little bit more pressure on Macclesfield, but I think they were fairly comfortable. And, you look at it and we get, Ricardo gets us a goal, brings us right back into it, and just for a short period there, the impetus changed for quite significantly, and we just didn't make that period last long enough. The lads scored a fantastic third goal, but again, how that developed and how they got to that point was a bit disappointing.
Sure. Games are about goals, aren't they? And those two in the first half did change the perspective on it. They were able to relax into sort of like being able to move the ball around a bit better, I thought. And it's just that luxury that being in front allows you, isn't it?
Of course, yeah. When you're 2-0 up and you're playing in that comfort zone, it's a nicer place to be, and one which you look at, Macclesfield very much they were thriving on. And it's interesting where you're challenged in that way, and players have got to stand up and stay together, and get through adverse situations. And we have stayed together, maybe a little bit fortunate one or two times, but as you say, it's about learning, it's about understanding, it's about driving those high standards and making sure that come the league start, that we're in a better place.
Sure, things are settling down a bit. You've added another player in, James Wilkin, who I think he started today. I can't remember if he lasted the entire game.
Yeah, he's played in. Yeah.
So it's certainly a positive there. It's on to Tamworth on Tuesday evening. Obviously, they're a side that no step 3 well because they got out of it last season. So
yeah, they'll not have that bit of momentum from being successful, and good side with good players, very capable players on a 3G surface, which they will understand how to work and use to the best effect. So yeah, again, another big challenge and a stiff challenge for us, but I think that's what you need at this stage of pre-season, with probably the opening 3 games where we've been able to generally boss the situation. And it sort of turns around, and we're against it a little bit more now, against the sides that we're up against. So yeah, I say we've always expected that spectrum of challenges, and it won't be any easier on Tuesday, and certainly going into Kidderminster again, another really tough test. So that's what you need, but we need to learn off the back of it and make sure that we're, as I say, come the opening game of the season, primed and ready.
Sure. Couple of injury niggles. I think Brandon Hall was just rested really today, just rather than take any risk with him. Any news on Jared Hotchkiss?
I think, like you say, exactly that about Brandon. Who didn't want to risk him, but certainly his experience would have been good to have. Will's done all right in goal, but Brandon's does have the edge over Will with the experience that he's got, and Jared getting in and around it, another voice, and it's something that a lot of those younger boys and lads that are playing at this level need to understand. You need to be more vocal, and Jared certainly is. He's a good organiser, and that's a characteristic that we needed to show a better account of today. And so we're mindful of that. Getting that, like I say, that extra voice out there would, I think, make a good difference to us.
Kevin, really appreciate your time as always. Thanks very much.